So, we should probably talk about something since we are live streaming. Although you should probably make sure it's streaming.
There it goes.
And my computer's not going crazy like it was a few minutes ago, so restarting it helped. Alright. Well, hi, everybody.
Yay.
Yay.
It's a Square Enix game.
It's your favorite Square Enix game. It's your...
Bouncer?
No, it's not fucking Bouncer. You know, I have to date never played that.
You watched me play it.
Yeah, I did a little bit, but I didn't watch you play like the whole thing or anything.
Yes, you did.
No, I did.
It was so short that I literally did it like in an hour or two.
So, Brandon, I'm going to point out a spot to you on the map here. This one is called Riovanes Castle. That was the location where I had to fight the boss I could never beat. And I beat him. So, we are now in Chapter 4. Or I'm in Chapter 4, rather. You are not in Chapter 4 of this game because you are not playing it.
No.
And I don't suspect you ever will.
No, because you will not fool me.
Fool you? I'm trying to fool you?
Yes. Yes.
What am I trying to fool you about?
I don't know that the game's fun and doable.
It's doable. I'm not sure if fun is the right word to describe my experience with it. If you follow my meaning. Like, I'm enjoying it, but fun is an odd word for it. Like, I'm really not helping my argument, but I don't know how to describe it. It's like the plot is interesting. Although I've got some weird color flicker going on my TV from this game. Does not seem to be transferring to the signal, so I don't know. I like the plot okay. The gameplay is fucking infuriating sometimes. And it's largely my enjoyment is coming from the fact that I'm actually probably going to beat it. I think maybe that would be nice. Oh, I just got poisoned at the beginning of this fight. I get the feeling this is not going to go well. Do you know why? Most of my characters don't know how to use antidote.
Then I suggest you get through this battle really fucking quickly.
If all I gotta do is kill this guy, I could probably do it in about 2 turns. I've got one character set up with the pairing of abilities. Basically, it's called Ignore Elevation. So I don't have to worry about climbing the steps to get to the guy. All I gotta do is run up and punch that motherfucker in his gob. And he's done. Oh, unless he drops me 151 HP down. On top of the fact that I'm poisoned. And then he leveled up, that bastard. Do you have... Nope, you do not. You have Echo Herbs, but not... Good job, Brad. So that's the... of all the things I've come to just accept about the game, that is one that just still blows my mind. You have to teach your characters how to use every potion in the game. And that is stupid.
They're literally too stupid to drink.
Instead of actually drinking, they just kind of rub the potion bottle on the sides of their mouths.
A drinking problem.
Yes, they have a drinking problem. They're like a Family Guy character. Let's see.
What? No. He goes from Airplane 2.
Oh shit, that was an Airplane 2, you're right. I've only seen Airplane 2 once. So...
No, I'm pretty sure it was Airplane 2. It was one of the Airplane movies.
My chemist can use an antidote. One of the 2 that I have. Thankfully, I also have fundaments, so...
The fact that you have a chemist and it's unknown if he can be able to use something that dealing with, you know, chemicals is quite
If you want to have a good laugh at my expense though, Brandon, that guy who's in the back there on the right, he's brand new to my party because he just came in recently, and I threw him in because I didn't have a 5th level 42. Oh, god damn it. My chemist just got stoned.
well. He is a chemist.
And I can't use him anymore because I'm probably going to lose this fight. This is going pear-shaped already.
Is he dead?
I mean, he more or less is, unless I can get my knight over there to heal him.
I mean, like if you leave the battle, he'll still be like made of stone.
I mean, I can't leave the battle. This is a story mission. I'd have to die and start over.
Well, I mean, like after you win, like if you were to win.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he would actually be fine because he didn't get turned into a crystal.
Speaking of crystal, you just got one drop on your fucking head.
Oops, that was nice. Okay. You don't have it. You are a worthless monk. I'm going to heal you. We're just going to have to play it for tactics here. Although he's still poisoned because fuck my ability to do shit. I'm going to take you over this tower up here. And yeah, let you take some more damage because... Oh, goddamn, that hurt. This character is so worthless right now because he's only been in combat for less than 2 hours in the game so far. I feel like this asshole's got like 9 dudes on his side, and I'm not getting shit done because I'm having to walk all the way over to him. Hi, blocked. Alright, you know what, we're gonna get in your face. I'm gonna punch the shit out of you. Oh, I'm gonna stab the shit out of you. Oh, bullshit. Rams is gonna die. But we're gonna use fundaments and salve. And heal my... What? Well, fuck this, man.
Are you having a hard time?
I've lost. I've just lost. I wish I could restart the game without having to go out the menu and all that. And actually, it doesn't matter. I'm streaming on a device that it doesn't really matter. We're gonna go out. We're gonna go back into the game, probably with a different build. You know, I'll tell you what.
Is there not a quick reset?
Not that I don't remember how to do a quick reset, if there is. If you were to tell me when, I would probably use it the rest of this stream several times. Ooh. So come on, Brandon, you're gonna insult my...
Nope, there is no soft reset.
So it took me all of 10 minutes to lose so hard in a fight that I had to start over. Are you gonna talk shit?
About what?
About my inability to get through that fight. Usually, isn't it like usually you come onto this stream to watch me suffer?
You chose this. You're not suffering. You're enjoying it. That's not the same thing.
How is it not? I'm playing a game you deem terrible. Do explain this to me. I would like to know.
I personally think the game's terrible. I know the game's not terrible. I just feel it's terrible. Kind of like when someone hates a really, really good movie for a reason, they don't like it, but majority of everyone else does. Can't be explained.
Is there anything that's anti-Buddhist? You know what? I'm gonna go into a shop. I've spent way more money than I needed to lately in the game. I used to have like 300,000 gil, and now I've got like 46.
Jeez, money waster.
Well, I mean, I just kept having new items I could buy.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Move to slow. Stabilize. Now that one's immune to stop. Unhands darkness. Of course, there. Oh, wait, no, there was. Ooh, hello. The Japa Mala costs 15,000 gil.
That's a lot.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's buy 2.
And what is a whatever you just said?
It makes your character immune to poison.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's ditch the elven cloak and put on the Japa Mala. Japa Mala. And that leaves me with... Actually, you know what? You don't get the Japa Mala because fuck you. You're not going into combat this time. You suck.
Fuck you.
I mean, you know, the thing is, it's so funny. Like, I've been playing this game entirely using 4 characters instead of the 5 that you can use.
Why don't you add the extra one?
Because earlier in the game, it kept, you know, making you use Delita in story missions. So for whatever reason, I was like, oh, I can only use 4 characters. That was not true. Alright, let's try it again. Let's try it one more time before I decide that grinding is my option. And then you can watch me grind. There we go. Start back. Speaking of tactical role-playing games, have you played much more of Disgaea?
No, not yet. I for whatever reason, I'm not very good at playing video games over the weekdays. It's usually the weekends I get my gaming in.
I didn't know if you played it in like recent weekends because it's been a couple weeks since we talked about it. Did you get very far? Well, let me ask it this way: did you get to the item room yet?
No, not yet. I have to do like a few different story missions for unlock.
This game's a pile of shit. You know why? I still got poisoned by that bullshit opening move.
So, in other words, you're supposed to.
Yeah, it's plot-based that I'm poisoned. That is a crock of shit, because I'm immune to poison. Maybe he'll just, like, shake it off here in a second. Nope, he's not. And of course he does that opening, like, ice attack for 151 HP. 260. Okay, fuck you, game. You're full of dog shit. Of course, I'm an idiot because I didn't go in and put antidote in anybody's moveset.
So now you have no antidotes?
Well, it's not even that I don't have antidotes, it's that I can't use them. I only have one character that knows how to use antidote. Because Chemist is a fucking stupid job class.
I mean, who takes a chemist out into the battlefield anyway?
Basically, it's
I mean, if I were to like take a group of people, a chemist would not be one of them. I mean, unless you could be throwing like vials of acid at people. But even still,
that's more of a ninja move.
Or a apothecary or somebody, not a chemist. A chemist is, here, mix up my acids and then hand it back to me.
At least Ramsey can go into combat now. I'm having to do this like long-winded opening run here. And I've got these bastards on the other side of the map who can do these stupid-ass long-range attacks. Oh, there's 2 archers too. Wonderful. My build is apparently shit for this fight.
I shouldn't have to redo my builds over and over again.
Well, it's a tactical game. You have to adapt to the situations in play. I mean, that's a fair enough bit of logic. God damn it, that's the only bit of movement I can do. I can't reach anybody.
The only problem with that is that means that you need to lose every battle one time so you know what you're coming up against. And that is bullshit.
I don't know about that. I mean, there's some fights in this game that are just piss easy. Though some of the story missions are piss easy as well. Well, that's actually what I was trying to say. Sometimes the game can be stupidly unbalanced kind of easy. And then sometimes it's testicle crushing hard. Oh, that's right, you're a fucking knight right now. Drop another potion, dipshit, because you have no long-range abilities, because I changed you to a knight. You should have stayed a ninja. All because I wanted to fucking max out a damn ability. That was stupid of me. You're already level 8. Oh, it matters.
Threads of... I'm not paying $129 for that.
What is this?
Threads of Fate.
Threads of Fate. Wait a minute, the Squaresoft game?
Yeah, isn't that on, like, the PlayStation Classics?
No.
I've played this game somewhere.
You played a demo of it back in the day, I'm sure.
No. I didn't really play demos back. I mean, I had some demo stuff, but for the most part, I never had to.
So I played a demo disc of that game, and I really liked it. I just never got a copy. How much is it?
$130. But to be fair, I'm confused. It says $129.99, but I see that I can buy it new for $100, and used starting at $25. So where exactly does $130 come up? What, because it's Prime?
Oh, that means it's a new copy. It's gotta be.
The other new copies aren't that expensive.
I don't know. Then it's a new copy that somebody thinks is worth more money.
He's a fool as shit. That's what he is.
I agree with you. I need to stop this fucking mission.
But honestly, I have a hard time, like, for old games. Amazon is not the place to go.
No, I couldn't touch that. No.
It's so weird, though. It's just like, why are the prices so inflated on Amazon? Half of them aren't covered by Prime, so you can't really use that logic. So why do they cost so much more there when eBay they're usually a fraction of the price?
Because Amazon sucks for buying old games? I really don't know. I wish I had an answer for you in this regard, because I want to buy more old games. There is a metric shit ton of old RPGs I'd like to buy, but I just can't fathom the cost. Okay, so my fortunes have turned for the better.
It is on the PS1 Classic, so that's how I played it. I own it.
Well, that's good. Although I want to buy a disc copy because I'm one of those.
Not for $130.
Okay, there's got to be a place to buy that game for not $130.
Let's see what eStarland says.
Yeah, eStarland's a pretty good barometer for retro game costs.
So, speaking of retro games, and I think we can now finally include PlayStation 2 in a form of retro thinking.
Yes.
So, you know, we can play our modern games, right?
Yeah.
And we enjoy them, and for certain types of games, we really enjoy the modern idea.
God
Now, you want to go back to a retro game. You know, stuff like Mario, you can go back to the old game from Super Nintendo and Nintendo, and you're fine.
Yeah.
But you can't. But there's a point, like, you can't go back to action games to the PS2 for the most part and have that same effect. Generally, when you try and go back to those games, the things that run through your mind is, wow, I thought this was good back in the day. This is placed like crap. Those games just do not age well. Like, the improvements, like for shooters and something, it's crazy. Like, the only things that might break that trend maybe be like the original Halo, because Halo hasn't changed. Well, that's because Halo hasn't changed in the years that it's been around.
You're gonna have to eventually tell me what game made you think about this.
Just not a specific game in general. I was just, it was just sort of like when I was noticing, like, going back and playing like some of the old Super Nintendo's RPGs and thinking, God, as much as I complain about modern RPGs, some of the improvements they made are like gold. Like, thank you, God, for making these changes.
And what changes are those other than pathfinding and Secret of Mana?
Just more balanced combat. Help just balancing is like the biggest thing in between your experience, the monsters, the rate at which you encounter monsters. Well, hell, nowadays that's a non-factor, as there is no random combat for the most part. But yeah, like you said, pathfinding, if that does exist. Not many games have your party trailing behind you anymore, right, or even acting on their own. And even when they do it, like in the 13.2 and Lightning Returns, whenever you do have...
you don't have a party in that game.
Can't you have a little minion?
No.
You can't have a monster or nothing?
Nothing. Stop picking on my goddamn fucking chemist, you cum-sucking asshole. Sorry.
I don't think they knew what the hell they were doing with that series. They were just throwing shit at a wall and see what stuck.
Old news. Dead serious, old news.
Threads of Fate. $44.95 for a complete copy.
There you go. That's much, much better.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Alright, Rams, I one-hit kill this fucking mage. 1, 2, dead. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
That's pretty much my mantra for this game is fuck you. I can't reach this damn asshole thing I'm trying to get to and kill.
And while I'm on Amazon, let's do my check, because I have to see if this is still going.
just gotta say, holding the PSP to play a game on the TV is just jarring mentally. It works really well though. Aside from that weird blue flicker that happens every once in a while.
Yes, the Xbox One Scorpio is still available.
And you know what's funny is some asshole on Facebook is trying to sell one for $650.
Yeah, that's what I saw it level out on eBay. And, you know, when they first popped up there, like the day after they went on sale, they were like $1,500. I was like, good God!
That's insanity.
It's like, what are y'all smoking?
Some mixed grade shit. And you know what's funniest about this is that our point is still proven true. The damn thing's not really moving yet.
I mean, it's not really going to. I mean, there's a ton of people who already have the console, and the people who don't, it's $500. They didn't buy it when it was originally out at $500, but why would they now? Because you call it because it's what, upgraded? I mean, people didn't have the money then, they ain't gonna have the money now. Especially when at Black Friday you can go to Walmart and get the S model for $189. Oh, like, why the...
I just lost this fight.
I thought you were in an upswing.
I did, but I've just lost. Because my fucking knight that was doing damage to the damn main guy I gotta kill just got disabled. Okay, I might be able to pull this off. It's gonna be hard. Oh, he can't attack. That's what disable means. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've just lost. God damn, I hate this fucking battle engine sometimes. Namely for the simple fact that you get 3 turns to revive your characters, and if you do not have Phoenix down for a character, you're fucked.
Well, yeah, you'll lose him.
I've just lost. I've just lost this stupid fucking easy-ass battle. Well, it's not even that easy. It's actually really a pain in the ass. Just because of the enemy types that are in play. It's a pain in the ass. Kill this cocksucker though.
Cocksucker!
He's a cocksucker. I have no turns left for Ramzo, so yeah, I just lost. Like, the guy I really need to kill is literally 1 hit from death. And I can't do shit against him, because he's so far away. And my one character who... Yep. I just lost my... Yeah, like, I don't even want to win now. Okay, there we go. Ramzo died, so it's going to give me the game over. Fuck you, game. And the thing that kills me is I'm still, like, 10 levels ahead of anything I'm fighting. It's ridiculous.
eBay.
So what made you look up Threads of Fate?
I was just on Amazon, and it was just listed there. I was like, let's see what this is going for. I was like, no, I will not be paying that, sir. You are wrong. Yeah, well, you know, I am not unhappy with how the Scorpio's release came out, because it meant that a bunch of jackass assholes picked up a lot of them, and they're not going to make any money.
Right. Yep. Because fuck scalpers.
Or if they do make any money, it won't be very much. Not enough, not to be worth the money they put into it.
That's right. And also, it's gonna cut out some of this thought that this mid-generation console is a good idea. Because it's not. It's an abysmally stupid one. Oh, well, I had this thought. Let me go ahead and grind. And then what happened? 2 chocobos. And in all fairness, Brandon, if I get to the 2 chocobos to fight them, with Ramza, it's all good. Because Ramza can drop a chocobo in one attack. But that's pretty much not going to be the case, and I'm at the bottom of a hill. Suck my dick, game. 2 archers on top of a hill, and they get to attack for fucking hell. If you're still watching this, Brandon, I'm going to show you the best spot to grind at in this game.
I don't know, I did grind, and that's what kind of fucked me over, though I didn't do, like, the right type of grinding, I guess.
Yeah, the thing is like, you can't waste a turn when you're grinding. And the way you don't waste a turn is to always have, like, fundaments or something like that equipped to your characters. Because that's pretty much free job points.
What's that thing is, I never try to like grind jobs and everything. That's why I was like, I didn't really play the game like I was supposed to.
Kidding me, game? I can't get in front of this or next to this damn demon creature.
No.
Suck my cock. Of course, I say that and I don't have fundaments equipped to Ramza right now because I was doing story missions. Let's do focus with Drew. Focus pretty much adds to your damage dice or damage score, whatever. Yeah, get up there, useless guy. Your stupid abilities that suck. Let's see, does my chemist still have throw equipped? No, just 5 minutes. And also, let's not throw that at Ramza, actually. So, here's a fun trick. If your character throws a stone at one of your other party members, you get job points for that too. So I do throw stones at my fellow party members because I'm an asshole. Oh yeah, go ahead and attack him. Yeah, do that. And make sure he does a counterattack. Oh god damn it, he's dead. Fuck you, overpowered dickbag bird. Auto potion. Yay. I need to sell all my high potions and use X potions for auto potion. Also, I need to have more characters that have auto potion. I didn't use auto potion, asshole. And they're just attacking my chemist over and over and over again. God
Easy
damn
for it.
It's just astonishing how... I feel like the attack turns in this game are just eternal. Here we go, Ramza. Kill this goddamn chocobo. That's the ticket. With the ice magic. Fuck you. I don't care if you sit down and look all sad. You're dead. We're having fucking chocobo for dinner. Can't even do anything with this useless ass knight character. Although he's about to get attacked. He doesn't even have any abilities because he's worthless.
So it sounds like Fox is trying to get out of the filming industry.
Wait, what now?
Well, the past like for the past week, there's been this reports going around Well, it's not. I mean, Disney is in talks to buy like 20th Century Fox
Oh,
and
yeah, I
pretty much
saw
all
that,
its
yeah.
assets. Yeah.
They're like, we will get the theatrical cut to Star Wars back. I don't know that that's actually what they're doing. It's just a pretty good guess.
But it would also get them like all their Marvel people back too.
Oh, that would too. I didn't even think about that. It's like, we will make a good Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, so they would get their the Marvel stuff back. They would get the rights to Avatar. I guess they would get back the stuff for Star Wars.
You know, it's kind of, whenever you think about it, it's really astonishing just how many goddamn, like, top grossing movies of all time that Fox has made.
Yeah.
Because they did Titanic as well. I think
And it would
ET's
also
the
get
only-
its TV. It also would also get their TV stuff. So Family Guy would then become a Disney show.
the day after the deal closes. Family Guy has been canceled.
Once again,
Well, I can't even grind. I can't even get good grind in, Brandon, because I can't get through a damn round of combat with this this party, because everything is slaughtering me so quickly. My chemist is dead. My monk is dead. I don't even know if Ramza has the ability I need to.
like I said, I don't like that game.
Alright, one more monster now. We've just got 2 left.
Maybe because I suck
Oh, I
at
have
it, but
3 left. God damn it. This is gonna be close if I get through it. Because I gotta kill this thing in 2. I gotta kill 3 enemies in 2 turns.
or
Or I lose party members. And I don't fucking settle for that shit. Oh yeah, go ahead and attack Ramza. That's a good idea. Take this down to 2 in a heartbeat. Because he's got counter equipped. Of course he didn't goddamn use it. Fuck you, Ramza.
Deception 4.
You know, I've thought about buying that a couple times, but I haven't. I've heard it's still just not as good.
Well, that's because it's a modern day RPG.
Well, the originals weren't RPGs exactly.
I mean, they're sort of the trap games, right?
Yeah.
Just their strategy style, trap RPG
Yeah, they're,
type things.
they're like gothic horror to a certain degree. Or at least that's what they pretend. Alright, I got my monk back from death. He has 2 HP, so he has enough health to go and kill something, possibly. We might pull this out. Damn it, Knight, you suck. You need to. My monk is dead again. God damn it. Fuck you, Archer. And the monk only has 2 turns left. Rames, I couldn't hit that damn bird. Really?
They released it on the PS4 as well.
Oh, that Deception game? Yeah. Alright, newbie. Kill the thing. Good job,
$20
pal.
bucks. That's cheap.
Alright, Phoenix down to my chemist, who's only got 1 turn left. Rams is playing healer, while the other 2 knights do damage.
That doesn't sound like a very good use of your guy.
It's not, but he's the only other bastard with Phoenix down equipped. Eventually this knight will kill this fucking archer. He leveled up, that's nice. Chemist. Wake up Sleepy over here that's dead. There we go. A little bit closer. Alright, I have all of my party members alive.
You know, that's a very true. You know, this is clearly a.
One of them's about to die. My chemist is dead again because of the archer. Uh-oh, no it's not. Oh, dodged it.
You and your play-by-play.
And the quarterback is toast.
So, here's a headline, and I want you to see if you could point out why this headline doesn't make any sense.
Okay, I'm game.
Xbox One X could help Microsoft retake the lead.
What? You never had it?
Exactly.
That's cute. That's downright fucking adorable. Look, I mean, are you still there? It got quiet.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it just got quiet on your side, so I had to check. Alright. Let me remind anybody watching that I do in fact own an Xbox One. I do not hate the Xbox One. However, I can watch the damn gaming industry do its thing and notice that the Xbox One is not doing very well.
No, it's not. And
Oh,
I can't even. I mean,
yeah. Look at that, Brandon. Look at that. Mastered. Hell yeah.
even the PS3 was doing better 4 years in than this thing is.
Oh yeah, by that point they had Uncharted. People goddamn loves them Uncharted.
But that's the thing that's really holding them back is not the strength of the console. It was never the strength of the console. It was the lack of any, you know, appealing games.
Yes, the strength.
I'm
of the
sorry.
games available.
I'm really sorry. Halo is not the juggernaut it used to be.
Absolutely.
You kind of killed it. And honestly, they don't have anything. They don't have any like critical names that people will just drop everything and go out and buy like Uncharted.
Absolutely
I mean,
not.
Gears of War. Gears of War sold well, but it didn't sell that well. It didn't sell Uncharted well, and it's not going to sell The Last of Us well. And they have nothing. They have none of that.
You're right.
And none of that is the fault of the actual hardware. Is they've just not been putting any. I don't know what the hell they were doing. I mean, it seemed like they had. I don't.
I'll be honest.
Honestly,
with you,
what?
I don't know. I cannot. Since Sunset Overdrive, I can't think of a single exclusive that was a new IP.
Hell, I can't really tell you what system exclusive I have besides say there's Sunset. There's, I guess, is there a Gears game? There's a Gears game.
Yeah.
There's Halo. And I'm done. That's all I know. It could be the fact that I don't have the console, so I don't keep up with it as much. But I really don't know what else. Forza. Okay, there you go. Forza. I shouldn't have to struggle to think of your.
But then again, you're you own, like I said, you own the PS4, and you've bought most of the good stuff on there. So.
But hell, even like the PS4 it goes beyond just owning it. I mean, the coverage of those games has been significantly more than anything Xbox has delivered because Xbox hasn't delivered anything. That's basically what I'm trying to say, is that regardless of the fact that I own the console or not, they're giving us so little that there's no coverage. And there's no coverage because there's nothing to cover.
Oh, but there's 4K gaming, and that's the deal breaker. Is it's all about having 4K output.
I don't give a shit because I don't got a 4K TV. And even if I did have a 4K TV, I still wouldn't give a shit. I'm not going to go out.
You know what, Brandon? I don't give a shit because I'm playing my PSP plugged into my TV through a component cable.
I mean, I'm not going to go. Even if I did have 4K, I'm not going to go out and spend $500 on this. I mean, if I want a 4K player, guess what? There are cheaper ones than $500 fucking dollars. You know, I don't have to spend that much money to get a 4K Blu-ray player. I mean, think about it this way. When the PS3 came out, I want to say it was the cheapest way to buy a Blu-ray player.
Yeah, it was, I think, yeah.
Yeah, and the Xbox does not have that, like, platform to stand on with this new console because the 4K Blu-ray players are already cheap. You know, relatively cheap. You know, I think there might be around $100, but still, that's a lot cheaper than $5.
That's a dumb character build. Let's use it.
And then there's that whole thing of that, you know, I mean, I know some game third parties are taking advantage of the whole 4K stronger console thing, but it's not everybody. And I don't think and of those, like Witcher already has those components pre-done. I mean, the PC has those high resolution graphics. That's the only reason why they're probably getting it, because they don't have to make them again. They already have them.
That's right. The work was done.
No point in having to do it a second time. So, one of the things I need to do in this game is I need to get Cloud.
I asked you if you were going to do that or not.
I might.
If I was going to play, I would do it just so actually I did everything, and that would be fade into including into everything.
There's all kinds of stuff I haven't done. Oh, good! I made it back to.
You know, speaking of Witcher, you know, the games are on sale so often, I just don't know why they just don't drop the price.
Because you can advertise a sale. That's why. Alright. Come on, game. Give me my grinding here.
Oh, I already own Siberia, so it doesn't do me good for you to give it to me for free.
Is it still free? I need to log in and do that.
Yeah, it's still free. It's free for another such amount of time.
Can you log in as me and add that to my account?
What?
Yeah, because
you got 13 hours, sir.
I'm gonna forget. I've been forgetting for days.
I didn't realize it's been doing for days.
It's been going for like 2 days now. I keep forgetting.
Siberia 3.
Right? I mean, I have a copy of Siberia on probably the worst thing to own it for.
The Wii?
No, that would actually be pretty good to own it for. I have it for the DS.
That might be a little difficult.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's a fine port from what I've played of it, but... Alright, so here's my new grinding experiment. I have just given Ramza the White Mage class. And I've given him the Brawler ability, which means that he's as strong as a monk.
Well, at least he won't be worthless.
We'll see. Alright. I also gave him Throw, which is a fucking awesome ability.
Damn it, GOG Connect, you never have any games that I can use.
Right. Yeah. There's a damn tree. Alright, well, let's do White Magic then. Oh, I only have Cure. That tells you how much time Ramza spends as a White Mage. Just to say next to minimum. Alright, 5 minutes. Focus. Alright, Brandon, you're missing out on you're getting some prime knowledge here on how to level up in Final Fantasy Tactics. It's like I'm never gonna use it. And that in this level is usually the one that has the least chocobo spawn. Alright, Chemist is gonna walk out here and stone Ramza in the back. Oh shit, missed. What would have been really awkward is if Ramza just turned around and punched the shit out of him, because I think he's still got counter equipped. Alright. Let's throw you right here and use Aura Blast. Because that's all you got, son. And does a decent 126 HP. Damage. Alright, let's test out Ramza as a white mage with physical attacks. Ah, pretty solid, 104 HP damage. We can roll with that. So what I'm trying to say, Brandon, is that I've learned to play this game a little bit. Still not exactly good at it. Fundaments. Stone. Tree person. Whack. 15 HP damage. All because I couldn't get you. I probably won't be able to throw a Ramza potion to heal because he's in front of someone else. Nope. Fine then. I'm gonna focus as a chemist. That's totally worthless. Except for that 30 job points I get for it. Oh yeah. Oh my. I've spent way too much time playing this game this year to have not beaten it already. I'm at 40 hours and I still have something in the area of like 17 story missions to go till I've beaten it. Hell, Chapter 3 is 13 story missions if I recall correctly. Which is just insane. Bam. Bam! Oh yeah, dead in one attack. Ramza has not healed anybody yet. He will hereby be known as Dr. Doom. Brandon is not amused by my terrible jokes. Counterattack! Oh, fuck you. Useless. Some of the, so you know I got the strategy guide for this game, because I got strategy guides for tons of shit. The grinding technique that the strategy guide recommends is the most long-winded goddamn stuff I've ever heard of in my life, involving dropping everybody's attack, including the monsters, down to 1, and then turning everybody into a frog with Berserk.
Mm-hmm.
So that it takes literal hours for the game to finish the combat, but you level up a shit ton by the time it's all done.
I imagine.
I do not know that I'd have the patience to set up the battle for that. It sounds excruciating. But at the same time, if I ever could, you know, that'd be great. I wouldn't have to sit here and play through a segment of grinding like this. Alright, White Magic's Cura on Ramza. You know what pisses me off in this game, Brandon? Is that White Magic can fail. it'll miss when you're casting it on yourself. Oh, it actually worked that time. Good job, Ransa. You take that 25 job points that I should totally turn into. I should totally be using JP boost right now, but I will. Counter. Yes. There we go. That fight's over.
Well, there's really nothing interesting on Infra-G right now. It's all the same shit.
Let me guess. Man, doesn't it suck that Respawn's is going to close? 2.
No, it's all about the
Xbox
Xbox One. It's literally all Xbox One. There's not a single article about Respawn up here.
Damn. I guess they don't realize that it's curtains for them someday.
No one really gives a shit.
I give a shit, and I don't even play their games. What does that say about me?
That people keep making comparisons like, oh, the Xbox One is so powerful, it does blah 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 with Call of Duty. It actually achieves the native 4K and PS4 cans. And now, then you look at the comments and people are like, oh, PlayStation people, they ignore all these games that have better versions on somewhere else. I'm like, when I'm playing console, I don't care. If I actually cared, like if it the way the game looked, if it really mattered to me, I'm playing on my computer. If it doesn't matter to me or is a console exclusive, then I don't care. I will buy it and just play it. Does the game run smoothly? Does it make me want to vomit while looking at the screen? No. Then we're fine. I don't care that it doesn't reach, a resolution that your eyes really can't even truly comprehend. I mean, people are like... I love it when people post like, look at this picture I did it in 8K. I'm like, really? Because it looks like you did it in any other K that exists. It looks just like any other fucking picture.
Besides, these motherfuckers do not even consider the fact that digital will never be as good as film. Simple as that.
Well, we're talking about video games. I'm not even talking about fucking film, movies.
I mean, the thing is, this generation needs to be further proof to these assholes that the reason why graphics really don't matter is that they're gonna reach a point where these games cost so fucking much to make that it won't matter how strong the console is. Studios won't be able to afford to make photorealistic games realistically without making the games significantly more expensive. Or there won't be that many games that can achieve that level of graphical fidelity just because of budget.
Well, to be fair, most can't now.
I know. That's what I'm trying to say, is that it's already to that point for some studios and for some games. Like, there won't be an Assassin's Creed every year that has that level of graphical fidelity. It's just not possible.
It doesn't now.
These patches and shit won't be happening because it's just not possible.
Honestly, well, I mean, most of these games don't. I mean, there's only there's a select handful that actually try and push things, and those are the companies that spend, years making their games. Like, I fully expect the next, Elder Scrolls to melt my eyeballs.
I don't. Do you know why? They'd have to make a new goddamn engine. And I just don't see that shit happening.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, what's weird is Skyrim looks a hell of a lot better than Fallout 4.
It does.
And that doesn't make any sense. It shouldn't be that way.
trying to decide if I want to change my build, my setup right now.
Hell, I'm going out and buying Doom for the Switch.
Brandon, if anything has ever been achieved by our podcasting and streaming, it's proving that we are fucking old.
I mean, it has nothing to do with old. It has everything to do with, you know, being rational and not a fucking moron. I mean, I literally read these people's comments and I was like, you live in your fucking mother's basement.
Oh, man. I almost wonder if our Facebook chat just popped up with something like... I mean, not our Facebook, but our YouTube chat just popped up with something like, oh, you're wrong, I'm super hardcore asshole gamer or something like that. I don't know what these people... I can't repeat these things these people say, because they don't make any goddamn sense to me. Hey, it's the 17th of Scorpio in the game. Bum, bum, bum.
No, if this had been the 7th, then, you know, that would have been
That would have been funny. Or as I'm playing this on a PSP, because I don't have to have all the graphics and all the Ks and the terahertz. That's a thing. Is that a thing? The terahertzes?
Okay, not probably. I don't know if it's in the way you're saying it.
I don't know what the fuck that would be. Terahertz.
A lot of hertz.
It's a lot of damn hertz. You know what hurts a lot? The terahertz. Where does it hurt? In the Xbox One X launch. Right in the launch.
That's the thing. It's like I can get. There's not like. There's no struggle to get one. If I had the money, I could go buy one right now.
Yep.
There's no issues in getting them. There's no shortage. There's.
But of course, you're wrong for not wanting one, because clearly you're not that... Clearly video games are just not that important to you. You're just a noob.
I don't even have a 4K TV. I don't have a 4K monitor. If I was going to invest in gaming for 4K, it sure as fuck would be a fucking console. It would be for my computer, where it would actually matter.
I would buy a TV because I just don't...
I'm not ever going to...
I wouldn't want that for movies more than anything.
I'm never going to buy 4K movies. I mean... Damn it! Do you want to know what movies I recently bought?
What'd you buy?
I would be surprised if these things ended up on 4K, and I'm not sure if they did. What good would it do?
What movies?
Let's see, Throne of Blood.
Okay, shut your fucking mouth. That would be gorgeous in 4K.
Ran, Yojimbo, Sanjiro, Hidden Fortress, Rashomon.
Okay, so you're...
This one's Kajamusha?
Kajimusha. That's...
Yeah.
Is that... That's not,
And Seven Samurai.
Kajimusha, that's not a, Kurosawa film, is it?
It is.
Okay.
These are all Kurosawa films.
Well, I know the rest of them were, but I thought that one was from another director.
Nope.
Okay, so you rendered your point moot, though, by the way, because Criterion actually does the highest possible output for their Blu-rays, and they also rescan the original film negatives in 2 and 4K.
Well, no, what I mean is, like, a lot of these are in black and white. There's not going to be anything more vibrant when it comes to colors.
Well, it's not even color.
Nah, fuck that. The image is not going to look any better on 4K than it does in the things that I'm holding in my hand.
I don't know, man. I have a Blu-ray of The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, done by Criterion. That damn thing's
gorgeous in its in its moments of like higher quality photography, because it's not the best shot movie I've ever seen, but when it is good, it is stunning. I'm not even kidding. It's Criterion does quality enough work that whenever you see if they were to start doing 4K output for their movies, because I don't even know that they could ever legitimately afford it as a studio. I mean, actually, I'm sure that they could if they had the tech and the marketability for it. But I know that they do 2 and 4K scans of original negatives. So
I honestly just don't think it would help it anymore. I mean, the films already look amazing as they are. I just don't see that it would do any bit of extra good to it. I don't. It just. I doubt it.
And I've seen some of the stuff that they've done, and they've got some beautiful.
I mean, when you're talking about like going from like DVD to Blu-ray, yeah, there's a massive difference in like. I mean, it's not even high definition. There's at no point you're going from one high definition to another high definition. I honestly believe there would not be that huge of an improvement.
I wouldn't. I mean, to be honest, I've not watched a 4K DVD. I mean, a 4K Blu-ray yet, so I can't say. But I mean, Blu-ray from DVD, you're exactly right. It's noticeable and it's stellar. Especially like black and white films can look absolutely beautiful if they're a good transfer.
But hell, what's funny is just taking a DVD and watching it on a high definition TV is hell of a lot better than watching it on the standard definition TV. I remember taking Scrubs and trying to watch it on my old TV. And I remember I was like, oh my god! Like,
like
I don't.
tube television?
Yeah, I was like, whoever said this shit, you can't tell the difference, they are fucking lying. There's a huge ass difference.
Yep. Oh. There is. And you know, the crazy thing is, whenever we actually do get better televisions, quote unquote, again, like once we pass this 4K buzz and go on to the next thing.
Okay.
I guess if 8K is the next thing, if we ever get there, it's gonna be.
They'll eventually get there.
It's gonna be pretty damn incredible to look at, in all seriousness. But we're not there yet.
Sharp announces an 8K TV now that you're upgraded to 4K.
Yeah, exactly.
How much is that shit? That thing probably like $100 grand.
It's probably outrageous.
It is. It's $100 grand.
Hey, I don't
That's.
know. I haven't got one, so I can't. I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
You know what's really ridiculous, Brandon? Me reviving this same monk over and over again, and then he gets shot by this asshole who throws his stuff.
Does he get anything from it?
No. Oh,
Does your guy?
The monk or the chemist who keeps bringing him back?
Well, I know Kevin's bringing him back does.
Yeah, he's getting. He gets about 30 job points per turn.
Not a lot.
Yeah, he keeps getting a stone thrown at him, and he dies every turn.
What a
30's pretty
pussy.
good. 30's not bad. He hasn't even gotten to make an attack yet.
Dude, why is he being dropped by a stone?
Because he has no HP after being brought back from the dead.
Well, then let them all focus on him. They're wasting their time.
Well, I mean, I'm getting job points for every other character except for this one worthless ass knight who can't even reach the guy who could who he could attack for stuff. So Rams is just raking up hits, and I'm having Mother Knight focus every turn, so he's getting job points for doing jack shit.
I'm just standing here watching.
I'm getting ready. If I ever come over there and hit you, you're fast as grass. Oh. No, fuck it. Monk, keep throwing stones at my guy. Just keep bringing him back to life. Actually, I'm gonna send Rams over there to help out.
2 more weeks, and then we'll be doing this in the same area.
That's right. We sure will.
God, by the end of that, y'all gonna be like, would you please leave?
I don't know, man. I don't know if I can say that. Usually we don't feel that way.
Yes, but normally I'm not there but like a couple of days.
You're gonna have to play the card game some more. Alright, Ramza has just healed the monk. He might make it through 2 attacks. Alright. There we go. I may literally just like kill time for the rest of this fight.
Kill time?
Yeah, essentially.
Does killing time get you points too?
Ouch. Well, I mean, I just leveled up a character by having him attack one of his buddies.
What an asshole!
Hey, it's job points, man. It's important. Alright, Monk, come over here and throw a rock at me, I guess. My chemist can keep healing him. Actually, you know what? Ramza really needs to level up this white mage that he set up. Keep getting that.
So,
Just drop a...
I guess I'm gonna have to go and actually read some Lovecraft before I check out this Vandermeer, or whatever his name is.
Oh, Jeff Vandermeer's,
Yeah.
the Southern Reach trilogy?
Or anything by him to quite, because you know when somebody describes it as Lovecraft, you know I get like some idea of what that means, but I've never actually like read any of the stuff that they are, you know, relating this to, so I don't exactly truly know what the fuck that means.
It's a very like the stuff I've read is there's next to no dialogue in Lovecraft. It's all descriptions of things.
Fun.
And I mean
that could make for a very long book.
It is so long. And it's kind of infuriating to read. Sometimes the stuff that's said on the page is interesting. Sometimes it's paint drying, boring.
Oh, well, we'll find out. 'Cause I have a copy of At the Mouth of Madness.
And the Mountains of Madness.
Yeah, that one.
That's what I have too.
Did you read that one?
Yeah, I did.
And
I did not enjoy it.
okay,
Do you know why I did not enjoy it?
no.
Because I felt like I was reading a synopsis of a book
Interesting.
rather than reading the goddamn book.
Well, something I could probably finish tomorrow because it's not very long.
It's not. It's a very short book. I've not been reading very much this week because I've been working way too much this week and then playing this game instead of anything else because I've been too tired to do much of anything else. So I'm still
honestly
almost
don't.
60 pages in the book I'm reading.
I honestly don't know how you get the gaming in because when I come home, I'm just like, I don't want to do anything. I'm just going to turn on the video. I just don't feel like trying. Which is why my gaming ends up only being done on the weekend because that's the only time I'm not just fucking tired.
I threw a broadsword and I lost, and I shouldn't have done that because it was a waste of a perfectly good broadsword.
So I guess after I get through this Lovecraft book and you maybe get a sense of what the fuck it means, I'll try a Vandermeer book.
You gonna read Annihilation?
I guess that is his big series.
Yeah, well, it's a trilogy. It's not very much in the way of a series.
Well, whatever.
It's good. It's very good.
Like these words people use, that they actually even give it any thought about whether or not it means what they're using it for.
How much longer should I drag this fight out, Brandon?
I don't know how long you've been in the same fight.
It's been
They all look the same to me, so I wouldn't even know.
It's the same one I've been doing. I've been doing it for quite a bit. I'm just dragging it out. I can end it anytime.
And maybe I'll finally read a book a harbor that actually does something for me. Because honestly, yeah, because horror in written form does not do anything.
Well, I mean, I've never read a horror novel that I was actually scared by. Now, I've read horror novels that had some tense moments and some, creepy moments and unnerving moments, but nothing that's actually, I can't go to sleep now. That's never happened to me.
To me, it just... I don't know, I can't... I'm not going to say it's impossible, because I know some people can get out of it what the author is trying to do, but to me... my mind doesn't seem to be able to accept the idea that written word can, in fact, do that. I can, tense moments, yes. Something that I find revolting, sure. But something that can scare me or unnerve me does not register as doable outside of a visual medium.
I'll be honest. The only one that ever, actually had me kind of, skin crawling was Annihilation. And it's because the thing that is happening on the page in that book is... I'm trying to think of a decent way to say this. It's like... that place where that book is taking place is completely outside of okay, so some people get creeped out by a thing that's taking place somewhere that's relative to them. After people watch The Exorcist, they're like, I couldn't sleep in my bed that night, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Or if they watch a home invasion type horror thing, that scares the living hell out of them because they still have to go to their house, and that's where the bad thing happened in the movie, right? Mm-hmm. So the setting of Annihilation is both so familiar that it feels close, and at the same time it's alien enough that you just feel like something's wrong on the page. It's not okay that there are humans here. And there are parts of that book, as a result, that I just did not feel like... It's okay, I don't like what's going on the page because it's not right. It's not... it doesn't click with my brain that this is what should be happening in a place like this. And because it was quiet as hell and in my dark-ass house at the time, it was an effective moment in the book. It's very good. Alright. I only need 29 more job points to learn Holy.
Holy Diver?
No, I'm not going to learn Theosa. This month. Did he get much? Yeah, 231 job points. Really, that's it? This night thing is working out for him.
Most of the night abilities are both good and positively worthless at the same time. If that makes any sense at all. Leveling stuff up. My chemist. This is where the chemist takes an eternity to grind out job points to master. He's level 6, and he's still got 5, 6, 7, 8 more abilities to learn. And that clocks in at over 3,000 job points, I think. Easy. Let's see, 1,600, 2,700. Yeah, over 3,000 job points left to master that ability. I mean, to master that class.
Hmm.
It sucks. It sucks a lot. This grinding sucks. Oh. I feel like my chemist is the most diverse in terms of abilities. Oh, holy. Regenerates a pretty good skill as well.
I at some point need to go and read the rest of Dark Tower, but I really just cannot seem to get myself motivated to do so.
Why is that exactly? That's a book that you
honestly, I don't know. Yeah, it has been a long time. I was working with Castle Branch in Wilmington when I was reading that series and stopped. At this point, you know, I'm not really picking up anything too major right now because I have a 1,200-page book to read starting next week.
Oh. What is this?
The fucking next Stormlight book is like 1,243 pages.
God damn.
I'm actually a little annoyed at him because it could have been 1, 2, 3, 4. And he didn't do that.
Of all the things to get pissed off at an author over, Brandon.
Well, it's so close. It's like 1, 2, 4, 3. Come on, man. It's like someone with
to edit out 9 pages of material.
It's possible. It could have been done.
You would have missed something. Like there would have been something that you'd have been like, he could have put this in there, and he didn't. Also, he could have given you that 1, 2, 3, 4 page count. But I'll tell you what, Brandon. Now that I know what you need in a book, I will try and write you an exactly 123 page book. Because I can't do 1,234. Or I could go ahead and add a few more pages to my Occasional Debris manuscript and give you a 456 page book, because that one's already 445. I need to edit that book. I need to write another book. I need to not be a retail employee anymore.
So I went ahead and picked up the audiobook to help me read it, because that's the only way I'm gonna get through it at a decent time frame.
What's this?
That damn for the Sanderson book, because you know 1,200 pages is going to take me fucking ever.
Yeah.
So the audiobook's 55 hours long.
God almighty, man.
Yeah. Can you imagine being a narrator for these things, having to read these books? How? I mean, yes, once edited down, it's 55 hours. How long did it take you to record it?
The answer is long time.
And how much do these people get paid? Because some of them deserve a lot of money, and I can't imagine that they actually get paid what they're worth.
I couldn't tell you. I've never looked into that, actually. Although, I mean, Tor can keep affording Will Wheaton for Scalzi's books.
Well, that's because they're friends, and he probably does it for not a lot.
Well, that and he's Will Wheaton, and I mean, I don't dislike Will Wheaton or anything, but it's not like his name is Will Wheaton
Well,
at the peak of Star Trek or something.
While that is true, but in the realm of, geek and nerd culture, he is a bit of, a little bit of an icon. I mean, he, outside of Star Trek, I'm saying,
Yeah, I mean, he's got Geek and Sundry that he works with, and he was on The Guild, which was pretty damn...
I never watched any of that.
You didn't?
No.
It's good. I like it. It's a good show. It's funny. Are you kidding me? I can't attack the thing that's right next to me. Stupid
The
thing.
Thing. I haven't watched that in a while.
When was that? Last time I watched it was the first time Joe had ever seen it.
Wow. Speaking of, 80s directors, I have just come to the conclusion that Wes Craven, I don't know how he got popular. Because he sucks.
I'm trying to think of something Wes Craven did that was actually good besides Scream.
I mean, it depends on how much you like Nightmare on Elm Street.
I didn't really like Nightmare on Elm Street that much. It's sort of like Friday the 13th. It's like, yeah, it's alright. I never have to watch it again.
But I watched one of his other movies last weekend, and I decided, I was like, you sort of aren't that good. You got your hype off one movie, and you had just been riding its wake ever since. Because I can't really think of any of the things that were considered really good by him. However, when you think of John Carpenter, his 80s was just like knocking home runs out of the park, left, right, and center.
Yeah, his career until the 90s kicked in. And even then, he had a couple good ones in the 90s. His career is a long, long, miserable stream of perfection. And I say miserable because he made some of the best horror movies. Such good damn horror movies. Oh, can't resist killing these damn bombs in one hit. I can't even kill them in one hit anymore. Too bad. I'm gonna have to use Cure instead. Because Rams is a boring white mage for the next couple of fights.
I thought you were going to say a boring white boy.
Also applicable. Alright, let's see. Chop. How long am I going to stream me just grinding in this game, Brandon?
I don't know. Some people have entire episodes of shit where they just grind.
You know, the thing that really sucks right now is that I took off all my abilities that make fights really easy to give everybody JP boost.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since, it's just been kind of a pain in the ass to play because I'm not doing immediate extra damage for easy death stuffs. And maybe I'm boring, but I think that that's more fun. Being able to dominate dumb little shit monsters like bombs. Alright. It's slow, but I guess I'm gonna get more job points out of the fight this way, right?
I watched I guess. Yeah, I watched a bunch of movies this past weekend. That's what I did. I didn't really game. I watched movies. Something I haven't done in a long time.
I watched a couple movies this week. I watched Hot Fuzz before I watched The Spy Came from the Cold. Because I hadn't watched Hot Fuzz in an eternity. That movie's still awesome. It's so damn quotable.
You know, I liked all three films. I love the first two. But the last one didn't really live up to the first two.
I agree. I'm not going to disagree with that at all. I've yet to figure out exactly what it is about that movie that's not as good. Because it's still very good. But I don't. But there's some X factor that the first two had. I think it's because of the shift in tone.
Because it did approach it in not so much of a. I mean, the first two are all serious spoof movies. Like they're spoofing the genre that the movies they're imitating, but they do it in a very serious manner, which is the way spoof movies should be done. This one didn't really have that. I don't really know what genre movies they were trying to imitate, to be honest.
Science fiction movies, invasion films specifically.
I just don't like those type of movies then.
I mean, I like those kind of movies.
I mean, I can't really tell you how many invasion movies I've watched. I mean, I've seen Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I guess you can count The Thing as one. But I didn't really care for War of the Worlds.
That's because War of the Worlds was not very good. Like it's sort of a weird thing. Like I remember going to see War of the Worlds when I was in theaters and thinking, "Oh, that's pretty good." I like that. And then I watched it after watching other movies that are actually good, and it's like that movie's really bad, and that ending is contrived as fuck.
Well, that's a lot of movies. When I first watched the Transformers film in theaters with Trent, I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was like great, but I thought it was entertaining. When I watched it again, however, I didn't have the same opinion. There's just something about watching things outside the theater and giving things a second go around that kind of changes your viewpoint, or can change your viewpoint.
You're exactly right. But also, sometimes your taste matures too, and that's why I'm with War of the Worlds. But Transformers, I think that what's happened is you saw it in the theater, and the theater's kind of the right spot to see a big dumb action movie.
Yeah, it's true, especially with big gigantic robots. You're exactly right, sir.
But then, then you watched it outside the theater, and it was just bad. And you realize
that's why I'm like, for a lot of Nolan's films, I know it's a completely different person and everything, but his films really are meant to see in theaters. And outside of theaters, they can still be good. Like, I still like Inception, but something like Interstellar would not have the same, like, impact on my TV screen as it did in the theaters, because it's part of it is being that the visual spectacle you get to see a space. It just wouldn't be as amazing to look at on my TV because it's so much smaller.
I still haven't watched that again.
Oh, if it's I was like, you never saw Interstellar?
Dude, we saw it in theaters together, if I'm not mistaken.
That's why I was so confused. I have this just like with Dunkirk. I don't think that would have the same impact watching it at home than watching it in the theater. His movies really are meant to be seen in theaters.
I'm not going to deny that at all. But at the same time, I watched Inception now at the house when I first saw it.
Well, see, Inception is a more traditional film, while these other ones that he's made since then have been a little bit more on a grander scale. I mean, fuck, like I said, I mean, half of Interstellar is just fucking looking at it.
It is a beautiful movie.
I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, with Inception, there's a really heavy narrative going on. You know, there's something, you know, it's about the characters, and while, you know, the other ones, they have other aspects for you to pay attention to. So it's not as narratively heavy.
I would say Inception's pretty narrative heavy. You actually
Yeah,
know...
Inception.
You see, that's
what I'm saying. Inception
not Inception,
is...
sorry. Interstellar has characters. I remember who the characters were and what they were
I
doing.
mean,
Dunkirk,
they do...
I remember what was going on, but I don't remember anybody's name.
You're not supposed to, because they didn't really say each other's names.
Exactly. Like, I could definitely see what you're saying with Dunkirk, but I'm not sure if I agree with Interstellar. But I haven't tried to watch it again, so I can't say.
I mean, I could still make the argument that Interstellar still isn't as heavy as Inception. It's still not as traditional. It does have the narrative, but there could have been many scenes where they said not jack shit and it would have been fine. Because you could tell what's going on. Like when they're on the ice planet, you didn't need them to say jack shit. You didn't need them to tell you that this planet's fucked up.
You're right. But that's just good visual storytelling. Like, I watched Mad Max again a couple months ago. You know, thinking that it would kind of be the same thing you're describing, where it's a movie that's best in theater and wouldn't work well on a smaller screen. Nope, that movie still kicked ass.
Well, see, that movie has the added benefit of being an action film, like just a full-blown action film.
Right.
So beyond just the, you know,
the visual spectacle.
Yeah, the visual spectacle of the film, because the things do look really nice. You have, you know, just this crazy shit going on screen. You know, you have fuckers, you know, weaving back and forth in the air on long poles. I mean, and a crazy-ass guy chained up in front of a tank playing guitar with flames.
The Doof Warrior. So,
I mean, it has a little something there for everybody. Except for the people who can't take the fact that it didn't have, you know, a lot of dialogue.
Or the people who thought it was insulting that it had a woman for a main character, basically.
Yeah, maybe it's the fact. Stupid. Maybe it's the fact that I guess the audiences for books and films are two completely different people. Because nowadays I'm finding that a lot of main characters are female. Yeah. Like I was looking at Vandermeer's books, and like the first two I checked out from him were both females. And I was like, does he write about nothing but female leads? But then I checked the second book in the Southern Reach trilogy, and it's led by a guy. But still, you know, it's just there's a lot of female leads now, and it doesn't make any sense for them to be angry about that when there has been some type of shift within these mediums.
Oh, that's the point. I think that that men are being oppressed by these books and movies, and that it's insulting and terrible, and it's like, fuck off, man. Seriously. If that really bothers you, then you are a pussy. Fuck off. I realize the irony of what I just said. I do. But my point stands. It's so stupid that these guys are so hurt by the fact that their gender is not the dominating force on screen. Actually, it still is. Shut the hell up.
I don't know. It's all so very absurd to me. Alright. Because who cares? The character of the movie is the character of the movie, the character of the story is the character of the story. It does not matter what gender that person is. Because at the end of the day, what matters is whether or not it's a good story. It's told well. It's not that complicated, you know? Or maybe I just am smarter than. Well, I mean, I am smarter than these people because they created the term male rights activist, which is the
Male rights activist.
isn't that the dumbest phrase that has ever pursed your lips?
It's a little odd. I'm not gonna lie.
No, you don't have to say odd. It's dumb. It's fucking dumb. Oh, I don't understand these fucking people. I do not.
Alright, well, combat 112 experience points I can do something with. God, I'm never gonna get these like 1,300 job point abilities just suck to try and get. Ugh. Is blood running on it fast? That's a solid 470, or solid level 5 on that job. Which job is this? This is night.
But yeah. Sometimes I wonder if the problem is the fact that it's not so much that it's women, it's the fact that for so long women have had shitty role models or public figures in pretty much every medium that they can't help but associate that stuff with what could possibly happen to any given thing. Like, you know, I know there are many talented female writers out there, but if you were to go by what was popular, you wouldn't fucking believe it.
I will not say that you are wrong in that statement. I will, however, say that that's a pretty closed-minded view of things. But then again, these people are closed-minded, so.
I mean, not exactly. Like I said, what's popular, what public, what look at fucking Twilight or fucking 50 Shades of Grey. These are not talented writers, yet they are your forefront of female writers because that's what the fucking population read. So how can you not be like, I don't really particularly care for your brand of entertainment when their brand of entertainment that they say is what they enjoy is not very good.
Well, it's very simple for me to diffuse the thought that just because a woman wrote it, that's going to be bad. And that's that science fiction and fantasy historically has had good writers as well. I mean,
yeah, we have. Like I said, I know there's good ones out there. I have read
Tales of Earthsea. It's classic science fiction.
That's still something I need to go out and read.
Same here, but I stand that that's considered a science fiction classic, and a woman wrote it. Ooh. I mean, you could even go back into YA, and the person who really kicked off, all the people that I know of that really got YA to the height that it is, meaning J.K. Rowling and Lois Lowry. That's two very talented authors.
I don't think I know that second one.
Lois Lowry, have you read The Giver?
Okay.
It's Lois Lowry. Holes, also Lois Lowry.
I'm not sure I'm like a big fan of The Giver, but I do recognize it.
I'm not going to say it's one of my favorite books or anything, but I mean, I'm not going to say it's garbage either.
No.
It's a fine book. Not my favorite, but it's fine. I read it in one day. I read it on a flight.
I had to read it for school.
I didn't have to read it for school. That was not a book we read in school. Apparently, I'm weird in that because everyone else I know that's read it in school. But I stand that it's not the fault of those authors. I mean, and frankly, it's not J.K. Rowling's fault that we have to put up with Twilight Bitch.
Nor would I blame her.
Exactly.
It's never, at no point, did she delve a little into, like, the teen romance thing?
And it was...
book 5 or 6?
Book
yes.
6, especially
but
book 6.
It wasn't nowhere near the level that these other authors have taken it.
And it was also readable.
Well, that's because she's just a damn good writer.
Yeah. It wasn't insulting to literally everyone on the page. And that's the kicker. Is that whenever I read J.K. Rowling writing Harry's love life, it's not terrible. Like, there's that great gag in, I think, book 6, where Hermione's talking about one of those girls at the school, and it's like, she only wants you because you're the chosen one. And he says, you're right, but I am the chosen one. It's like, that's funny. That's funny. There's wit in that. There's an ounce of humanity in it. It's not this fawning dumbass who can't live without her guy or anything shitty like that. I mean, fuck's sake. That's degrading.
Yeah, it is, and that's, for me, I guess personally, that's what annoys me, is because I know that there's better shit out there, and it's annoying that the shit is the only thing that gets any attention.
Well, shit, you're not gonna hear me argue about that. I mean, but that's how I feel in music too. Why the fuck does Taylor Swift have a career at all? Yet Chelsea Wolfe's playing these little dive clubs all over the fucking country. Although Cat's Cradle wasn't a dive, it was a lot better than I expected. But my point stands.
Well, it's been around forever. I would hope so.
But my point stands, like, her music's really damn good, but she doesn't have advertisements at the damn movie theater telling us that her album's coming out. I had to endure a damn Taylor Swift advertisement today before I saw Murder on the Orient Express. It's like, God, this is awful fucking garbage pop. Why the hell does anybody listen to this? Ugh. Are you there? Are you there? Excuse me. I hear you, but there's a lot of choppiness to our signal right now.
Sure, the intermission.
Yeah, I've got choppiness, and I don't have a low bandwidth thing on my computer this time like I did last time. Okay, it's consistent. Sorry, I'm looking through my menus trying to decide what I want to do or not do with my job points. Let's see. 'Cause that's what I do. So yeah, I mean, but I hardly think that's an acceptable excuse for people being assholes. Like, saying that Star Wars was ruined after they watched the new one because of Rey. So that's the ones that are extremely irrational.
I don't think it was ruined because of Rey. I think my criticisms about the film were its pacing.
It's what?
Was the pacing. The actual structure of the film, the fact that, like, I was literally on the Millennium Falcon to beat its little record. It did it in the form of a film called 477.
Yeah, it was way too fast, and it was too long in places by comparison to the fact that it was too quick in others. I think that I didn't say that right. But yeah, you're right. The pacing is jacked in that movie. Like, I want to like it. I mean, I do like it. It's a good enough.
I mean, yeah, I do like it. Yeah, I'm satisfied with what I got. I just, you know,
It's not Empire. It's not even A New Hope.
it's not perfect or anything.
It's better than episodes 1 and 2. But then again, I have farts that are better than episode 2. So more coherent in storytelling and all. Because Attack of the Clones is one of the worst damn things that's ever been dedicated to fucking film. Oh, that movie is bad. And it should feel bad. But no, so, tell me. First off, have you seen any... You saw Looper.
What, Looper?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You like Looper, right?
I thought it was okay.
It's a pretty good movie. It's interesting. It's got a cool idea to it, and it was shot well, and the story was pretty good. Not perfect, but good.
Are we? What's the connection? What's going on? What problem do people have with this film?
Oh no, I was going to ask you
Oh.
what you thought about the fact that that the director of The Last Jedi is getting his own Star Wars trilogy to make.
I worry about them overdoing it.
I mean, we knew they were going to overdo it because Marvel...
I mean, I knew they were, but damn, man, I honestly, even though there's not this many films scheduled, I feel like I'm getting a new Star Wars film for the next 30 years.
Oh yeah, that's pretty true, probably.
And honestly, I do feel that's a bit ridiculous. I mean, because you're basically going to do the films until they no longer make you money. You're going to run them into the ground. Regardless of quality, eventually people will want, it's like, dude, a break. You know, these things no longer become special when there's a new one every fucking year. And so, in that, you know, front, yeah, I'm like, I mean, I've only seen the one film from the guy, and I did like it. It wasn't perfect. So how do I feel about him doing Star Wars movies? I don't know. Because at the you know, at the end of the day, it's only half him. The other half is Disney, because no film, Marvel or otherwise, is wholly the creation of the director and writer.
True. Although he is apparently writing it too.
Oh, I'm sure that like he may be writing it, but
it has to fit in the
he will be
context of their story committee.
Yeah, it will have to seek approval.
Which I stand that their story committee is doing a very good job so far. In terms of like the stories that they're telling with the movies and so on and so forth. They've done some really impressive stuff with a universe I'm way too damn familiar with. And I've not once seen anything that just made me groan in pain. So they're doing better than my worst nightmares could have ever conceived, which is fair enough for me. The only thing that I'm interested to see what he's going to do with it, because like everybody else has gotten one shots, you know, like one movie. He's getting 3. And this tells me something, and it tells me this. It tells me that Disney is really happy with what he did with The Last Jedi.
Or he has a really good idea, and he plays by the rules really well.
Which is better than, it sounds like most of the other people have done so far. Because the original, Miller and Lord, who were doing the Han Solo movie, apparently pissed him off so bad that they replaced him with Ron Atwood. Which is...
Weird.
I mean,
It's weird.
it is extremely weird, but at the same time, it's like he's a name. He's
Ron Howard is doing a Star Wars film.
yes, fucking Richie Cunningham is directing Star Wars. Of all fucking people, the director of
weird.
Apollo 13 and Splash.
That's weird.
Ain't it? Ain't it just the weirdest damn thing? Oh, but am I gonna go see it? Hell yeah, I'm gonna go see it. Because I'm stupid and I keep giving them my money. Because they keep making me happy. Because Thor was a blast.
I still haven't seen that yet. I guess I won't be seeing that one until it comes out.
Shit, it's still in
Unbelievable.
theaters. Whenever you're here, we might go see it. Because Joe wants to see it a second time anyway. Because she had a crappy theater experience when we saw it. Because we went to Marquee Cinema and they have the recliner seats now.
Uh-huh.
And she got stuck, and it was packed in there. So she got stuck sitting next to a guy with sleep apnea, basically, and he just passed out in the damn theater seat, was snoring half the movie. And then whenever the movie was over, it's like, that was really good. Oh,
Well, yeah, I'll be there for 10 days. We'll have plenty of time.
goddamn, you're gonna be here a while. Sure,
I
you're not
told
gonna
you.
get sick of us.
I told you, man, by the end of it, y'all be like, would you please leave?
I think that's gonna be the way you feel about us. We're like, I've got to get away from these assholes. They're so boring.
Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting you to be off until Wednesday, so I was like, I thought I would be alone most of the time except for the weekend. So I was like, hey, I'll actually have someone there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here. I'm sorry. Patrick has given me Saturday off as well, so I'm gonna be there Saturday through Wednesday.
Yeah, you told me that you'd be there Saturday to Wednesday. That's why I was like, oh, so no Thursday. That could suck.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I can't have all the days off. I've already taken one vacation this year. So yeah, we might go see Thor if it's still in theaters.
Yeah, I got to do something to use my movie pass.
Shit, we're gonna give your movie pass damn workout that week. Hell, you even have the option of waiting and seeing Justice League with us because we've decided that since we have movie pass, we might bite the bullet and see that piece of shit
When is that?
next week. Although we're gonna go see it when it comes out because that's the week, that's the movie that's coming out next week, and we're gonna get our damn money out of our movie pass.
You go have fun with that.
Yeah, we're already like gambling. It's like we're playing a game right now with our movie pass. Do you know what the game's called, Brandon?
No.
Is it worse than the Dark Tower? And so far,
Well, I haven't watched the Dark Tower yet, so I don't know if I can participate. I guess I can solve that little problem this weekend.
yeah, you have the option to do that. I don't know why you would, but you have the option.
Why not? I guess is the actual be the response. Why not?
Because that movie is bad. The movie is very bad.
I may like it.
You will not. Brandon, I'm gonna put it out this way. Okay. You watched American Gods, right?
Uh-huh.
And you did not particularly care to watch any more of it. Just didn't really do it for you. You don't really like watching TV show adaptations of stuff that you like, right? Because you know they're cutting stuff out that you're gonna miss.
Well, see, at least for that one, it was not so much the writing. It was just I don't like their visual style.
Okay.
And to me, it's like.
All right, but Brandon, you see the things you just said. Like you have reasons for not liking an adaptation that's good, right?
Mm.
So I want you to take that thought of, man, I didn't particularly care for this adaptation of this thing that's actually a pretty good adaptation, but it's not for me.
And I want you to amplify all of the things you just said to about the 9 millionth degree. And that is what it's like watching the Dark Tower movie. If you have any kind of loyalty to that story whatsoever in terms of enjoying it in the past and having read the books and done all this shit, okay, you are going to loathe that fucking movie. From, like, scene one. Because the cliches that are in that damn script instead of, you know, the book are horrifying. I literally don't know how the screenwriters that put that piece of shit together got that story out instead of anything from the Dark Tower. Because it's the plot of every goddamn YA story about a chosen one character. And the gunslinger's not even the main character.
He doesn't deserve to be main character.
He is the main character, but he's not. Jake's the main character, and he's not even Jake. He's teenage,
Who is he?
He's teenage stereotype. And he's special, and he's different, and his family doesn't understand, and his stepfather's an asshole. Tell me when I hit something you haven't read before.
Was this... Did they even talk about his parents in the book?
Yeah, but they're not assholes.
It's been a long time.
They're not bad people, like in this. Oh, it's so bad, Brandon. It's really just one of the worst damn things.
So does Stephen King, like, defend it because he had to?
Brandon, I'm not sure if Stephen King has ever said anything bad about movies based off his books except for The Shining. And he hates The Shining.
That's because he's crazy.
Exactly. Oh. Hey, while we've been doing the podcast, I'm about to master Knight for another character.
Woohoo!
Or not podcast, it's live streams. So we need another 1,100, 2,000, so another 2,700 job points to master chemist once. For one character. And I've never once used an ether or elixir in combat, so I don't know why. I need to. Oh, I don't know how the completionists did this game. Ransom was almost level 50. That's a plus. Oh man. Yeah, you watch the Dark Tower, and then we can all play the game of Is It Worse Than the Dark Tower by watching the goddamn Justice League movie. It's funny though. I was talking to Derek, who I work with, a couple days ago. And, and it got onto that subject. It's like, yeah, he says, yeah, I'm gonna go see it. I keep seeing clips, and the clips look okay. Like they didn't do Batman vs Superman again. It's like, I know, but, and you know, and I said, nah, and I saw the latest trailer at the theater last night, and it's like, there's things in the trailer like I laughed at. Like there's humor, and it's not just cringe-worthy. I had actual laughter, and he said, well, that's the Whedon effect. I was like, I know, but did he get in there in time to fix the whole thing?
No, that stuff was in there before Whedon got there. So that's what... You do not be fooled, sir.
I'm not fooled, but at the same time, it's like, am I actually going to go watch this goddamn thing?
Yes.
I mean... I want to not hate it, because if I'm going to spend 3 hours watching it, I don't want to hate it.
What?
I'm sure it's at least 2.5 hours.
Oh.
If not more. Probably more.
Honestly, I I don't expect it to be good. I don't even know how to even believe that it might be good. It doesn't compute. This just like with me in horror books, I just don't believe it could be written. I don't believe this film could be good.
Maybe I want to see it from like a train wreck perspective. Maybe that's what it is. Like, let's see how the DC Warner Brothers hastily thrown together answer to the Avengers 5 years later turns out. Because they literally tried to do what Marvel did, but they spent 5 years making 3 movies that sucked. I mean, when their best example is Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman was crooked, to say the least.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It wasn't Man of Steel bad.
Well, hell, it's not even close to that. I mean, I will put it in the realm of being like okay to good, but I mean, it's not like actually bad.
Some people acted like that damn movie was the second coming of Christ.
Oh, I know, and it doesn't make sense. Because it's like, and I was like, does nobody remember the 80s? Fucking Sigourney Weaver? Hello? She literally fucking killed an entire hostile alien race.
Yep.
Hello?
She committed actual alien genocide on film. And it was awesome.
Like, she wasn't a pushover female. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
And she didn't
have you just erasing history?
And she didn't have to play the baddie, fish out of water character to even appear endearing. Like, one of the things that I truly agreed with James Cameron on this, because he did something that was more impressive than, like, grungy looking tough chick or anything like that. Like, he actually made a woman with like maternal instincts and concern for other people and femininity at all in Ripley with Aliens. And she was actually also a total ass kicker at the same time. And she wasn't like, forgive my use of the term, she wasn't like butch either. Because that's usually what we get with the strong female lead in action movies. We get butch.
You mean the other female in the movie?
Oh, well, yeah, Vasquez. But Vasquez was even likable.
Yeah, I mean, she was military. That's her excuse. She was military.
Yeah, I mean, and she is kind of the prototype of that character as well.
Yeah.
But I don't dislike it because Vasquez was awesome.
Oh, I like Vasquez. I'm just...
I love the line.
Fuck you, man.
I love the line. Hey, Vasquez, you ever been mistaken for a man? No. Have you? So damn good. Every time I watch it.
Is it weird that that man is responsible for 2 of the greatest film sequels of all time?
It's not weird. He nailed 2 great film sequels. I'm hoping that he pulls a fucking hat trick and then breaks out Avatar 2, and it's actually as good as people claimed Avatar 1 was.
Which is too bad we're never going to fucking get it.
Sure we will. After he's made like 6 of them.
I forgot that we were getting an Avatar 1. It took so damn long.
It did take a long time. That movie was like destined to never come out. And when it did come out, it's like, man, Space Pocahontas is pretty good, ain't it? Because that's all it is.
Yeah.
I don't hate that movie. I really don't. It's fine.
I don't either.
It's fine. It's a decent flick.
Is it the greatest science fiction film ever? No. Is it an excuse to make 3D movies? Well, it was a really good 3D movie. That's about it. I've got it on Blu-ray. I still haven't watched the Blu-ray. Which is not good because we spent quite a bit on the Blu-ray because we bought the box set version. Because I'd actually like to watch the production stuff on it. Which, that said, you know what the best thing about the Prometheus Blu-ray is? Speaking of Alien? The 3.5-hour feature-length documentary talking about it, the making of. It was positively amazing.
There's a 3.5-hour making of.
Yes.
I have that Blu-ray here. I didn't know there was that long of a documentary on there.
Oh yeah, I mean I may be exaggerating. It's long as hell, but it's fascinating. And you know what it also tells you? It tells you what went wrong. Do you know what happened to Prometheus, Brandon?
Studio?
Yeah. They said the guy who's writing your movie is not experienced enough. And they hired Damon Lindelof to go in and write the movie. And Damon Lindelof is fucking terrible. He is literally one of the worst screenwriters working. And the only reason he has a credit to him is because he wrote Lost.
Why? I don't know. It was fucking Ridley Scott's film. Why the fuck?
Because Fox was still paying the bills.
Well, maybe it'll be maybe Disney will have better luck then with the Alien franchise.
I don't know. They'll say you gotta have more wisecracks in it.
I really hope. While I do enjoy Disney's films and stuff, that aspect, I don't want my films to necessarily be dark, but I don't think they need to be predictably funny like they always are now.
That's a fair analysis of what Disney does. I mean, sometimes it's completely changed the genre of the movies they made. Like Thor Ragnarok is essentially a comedy.
Yeah, that's what the preview made it out to be.
And you know what? It is fucking hilarious. It is my favorite of the 3 movies that they've done with Thor. All because I could not believe the but here's the thing, yeah, it's funny as hell, but you know what it's not? It's not as heartfelt as Guardians of the Galaxy was. They can't do that. They couldn't do that with what they did because Guardians of the Galaxy was, dare I say, emotionally damaging at times. And it plays you like a fiddle, to be honest, but it's really damn good at what it did. It made for a great movie. And here we go, Master Knight. Woohoo! What should I master now, Brandon?
The mathematician guy.
Oh, fucking hell, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. Besides, he hasn't even unlocked arithmetician. I don't know. Let's go ahead and finish up this Squire. Take a fight. What was I saying? So, Guardians 2. Damn near one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. But you know what else it had? It had some, really good, sad moments,
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, and then... God damn that line. That got...
That guy may be your father, but he ain't your daddy.
Yeah.
That was fucking heartbreaking. When
He be your
died.
daddy, but he ain't your father, boy.
Yeah. That
It's
was
so weird to see that actor in such an important role because typically he's always played a throwaway character, a background
yes.
character.
Yeah, absolutely. And then he just comes in and owns it in that movie. But because there's that level of emotional attachment with what's going on in the movies, it makes for a better movie than what Thor Ragnarok was. Thor Ragnarok's damn funny, but it wasn't as I didn't feel it as much, if you know what I mean. And that's to its detriment.
It made $123 million.
God damn, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
Also,
Ended up with a.
I think that the movie also pulled its punches when it came to the actual Ragnarok. Because Ragnarok in actual Norse myth is cracked out. Like, of all of the, like, all of the mythologies that exist, the Norse have the damn market cornered on really insane apocalypse scenarios. And this was just sort of like there.
From what I've heard the movie described is, though it's called Thor Ragnarok, it's more of a Planet Hulk film.
Yeah. That's what I've heard as well. Which I don't know what Planet Hulk is. And that's what I thought. I was like, this is
basically that whole thing where like they're in the gladiator type thing. That's all Planet Hulk. All that. Basically, he goes to this planet, and he basically becomes the ruler through just sheer domination and being a gladiator.
Although he's not the ruler, he's just the hero fighter guy. You know who is the ruler of that planet? Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, I knew he was involved somehow.
Oh my god, Jeff Goldblum is amazing in this movie. He is unforgettable in this role. He was perfect to cast in this movie. Also, one of the funniest things I've seen come out of this movie is all the damn memes on the internet of Cate Blanchett, because she plays Hel.
Mm-hmm.
And the meme is get you a girl who can do both, and it's her in Thor Ragnarok, and it's also her from Lord of the Rings. Because, in Lord of the Rings, she was an elf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty damn funny. Martial arts, Art Blast, can't reach. Shockwave, would actually do damage. Yes, do it. I need to go to bed, because...
But yes, it has made $509 million.
God damn, that's a lot of money.
They've literally, I don't think they've made a film that has made less than $500 million.
And that's why we're going to keep getting Marvel movies until the day every actor's dead. And then they're going to start pulling some Marvel comic shit and actually pissing off the fan base.
I'll be surprised if it's still in theaters by the time I get to Raleigh. It released, November 3rd.
Yeah,
it might be.
That, and let's face it, it's a Marvel movie. They're going to keep it out there to make money until Star Wars, probably.
Did you see the restrictions for Star Wars?
I have not. I've read that they're crazy.
Yeah, you have to literally put it in your biggest theater.
Wow.
It's required. They get 65% of box office.
God damn, wow. I guess they spent a fortune on it, though. Of course, I mean, I don't know how much money is averagely made on box office anyway.
I'm guessing it's not 65%.
65%. That movie, I mean, I'm not even kidding. That movie looks really fucking good. And some of the, like, because one of the things they're showing in the, like, pre-movie thing for Marquee right now is a short making of type thing, interviewing all the actors and Ryan Johnson. And the practical effects that they've done for this film are gorgeous. Like, some of the set design and some of the stunt work they put into play is unfucking believable. Like, they've got a shot of Oscar Isaac sliding into a damn trench, with a damn B-wing crashing into the trench behind him in the shot. Like, there's actually a damn B-wing crashing into the trench behind him in this piece of photography. You see it, and it is there. And I'm like, that is how you make these movies good, damn it. And this is right before I watched Thor, which is shot pretty much on a green screen the whole damn time. And I'm sorry, that just... I know this is like the old fart in me saying it, but like, that's what made movies look good, is when you actually photograph those things happening. And I don't see it happening in this movie at all. So, it's just frustrating. Because I'm so old, I guess. I'm gonna notice it, and it's gonna bug me every time I see it. Although it's still not as bad as Revenge of the Sith, which... I like Revenge of the Sith, but I tell you, it's one of the ugliest damn movies I've ever seen. It's literally just fucking ugly.
It's just not ugly, it's fucking ugly.
Well, it is. Have you watched Revenge of the Sith in the past few years?
No.
It looks fake. It's because it is. Like, there's shots of Anakin and Obi-Wan having a chat in the damn on Coruscant. It's like, we're talking, and this is totally a real room, but it looks like a damn... It looks like a desktop wallpaper. It's so fake. Oh, I need to go to bed. Bad. But I need to finish this fight first. This fight that is not going well because my monk is getting his ass kicked. Oh, right in the dick. Oh, man. You could also clean up the kitchen for dinner. Before I go. Oh, this stupid character still can't reach anything in combat.
Wow. Alcon Entertainment is expected to lose about $80 million.
Viacom, you said?
Alcon.
Oh, Alcon? On what product?
Blade Runner.
Oh, man. Not shocking, though, because nobody fucking saw it.
$241 million worth went and saw it.
Oh, so they made their money back on production. They just didn't make back the insane as hell marketing budget. They literally screwed themselves by making the marketing budget as high as they did, because it's literally like twice the damn cost the film was to make. And frankly, nobody went to see the original one either. Its legacy is built out of DVD and VHS sales, not the critical acclaim of the original, because the original was only sort of critically acclaimed. I may not make it through this fight. Things are not going well.
So that pretty much puts the kibosh on getting any more of those films.
Well, I mean, we don't need any more of them, really. I would like to have gotten another one, just because there's interesting things going on in that universe that I would like to have seen more of, but It's not necessary. Not by any
Well, hell, this one wasn't necessary.
Oh no, it wasn't. But was it good? Oh yeah. It's a gorgeous sequel to one of my favorite science fiction films. I'm getting ruined right now. I have 2 dead characters on screen. Joe just went to the 3rd floor. I should get back to bed. Alright. I can't even get next to a damn thing to fight. It sucks. Yeah, I may just have to like pull the plug on this fight because this is not going well. I have 2 dead characters on screen, 1 person who can heal them. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it. Alright, well, to anybody who is watching this YouTube thing, thank you for watching me grind in Final Fantasy Tactics for 2 hours, essentially. And we'll see you next week.
Laters.